Welcome to Talk Across America. I'm Doug Miles, and we're here in beautiful Sarasota, Florida. And we welcome now to our book talk segment. A woman has written and put together a very interesting book, very helpful book, and I think a lot of families are going to benefit from it. It's called Eat, Laugh, Talk, the Family Dinner Playbook. 52 weeks of easy recipes, engaging conversation, and hilarious games. We're joined today by Dr. Ann Fishel. She's a family therapist and a clinical psychologist at Harvard Medical School, and also, more importantly, she's the executive director and co-founder of the Family Dinner Project. That's what put this book out, and she joined us by telephone today. And Dr. Fishel, good to talk with you. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks very much.
I have to say, I was in one of those families, thankfully. As you get older, you realize that. We always had dinner, 6 o'clock every night, and everybody was there. If you couldn't make it, you had to let Mom know in advance, but we had that. And your book kind of talks about that, but I guess a lot of families don't have that, where they sit around the dinner table every night.
Yes. I think most parents, when they're asked, know that family dinner is a great idea. It's the most reliable time of the day to connect with their kids, and kids who have a chance to connect and bond seem to do better in life. But only about 30 to 40% of American families are actually having regular family dinners. And so the Family Dinner Project, the nonprofit that's now based at Mass General Hospital, we developed that 10 years ago to try to bridge this gap, to try to make it a lighter lift for families, to harness the many benefits to health, mental health, academic success that comes from having family dinner. And then the book is an extension of that. After 10 years of working with families and learning from them, there were so many great real-life hacks that families had for getting around the common obstacles that all of us face in trying to make dinner happen at our dinner tables. Common obstacles like we're too busy, we're overscheduled, we have picky eaters. You know, it's such a pain in the neck to go to the trouble to make a meal and then nobody wants to eat it, or there's so much tension at the table, or there are gadgets at the table, we don't even talk to each other. So we found, talking to thousands of families, that they had come up with some great ideas about how to get around these obstacles. And so we put their stories in this book with recipes from them and from our team, and then great games to play at the table to liven things up, to get kids talking. And this is the result. Eat, laugh, talk.
I think you bring up a good point there. Getting people talking, like you said, a lot of, even when people, families may eat together at a table, two of them probably looking at their phones, and maybe somebody's watching TV or just not paying attention. So you're not really together unless you're really having conversations, right?
That's right. It's really the conversation and the laughter and the good time that's the secret sauce of dinner. It's not the perfectly cooked roast chicken. And that's why the book really focuses on what you do once you get the roast chicken to the dinner. How do you get kids to talk? A lot of kids, when you say, "How was your day at school, dear?" and they say, "Fine, okay," and that doesn't go too far. So why not play a game that gets the juices going? Why not say, "Okay, tell me 2 truths and a tall tale about your day, 2 things that really happened and 1 thing you make up, and we'll try to guess." And then, before they know it, they're telling 2 stories about their day, and so is everybody else at the dinner table. Or tell a rose, a thorn, and a bud. A rose is something positive. A thorn is something difficult or challenging that happened during the day. And a bud is something you hope will happen tomorrow. So, the book has 52 of these kinds of games for different ages. Some might open the floodgates, some might not, but you can pick and choose and see what works around your dinner table.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Again, generations, the last couple generations aren't used to talking to each other. They're used to texting. So get people talking. That's better. Nothing wrong with the phone.
Yeah.
Put it down once in a while, right?
Yeah, or use technology in a way that facilitates conversation. I think about a single father in our book, a father named Scott. He had 3 sons, and he had them every Saturday night, and he desperately wanted to engage them in dinner, and they just as desperately wanted to scarf down their food and go back to their computers. So one Saturday night, he said to them, "Humor me. Come to the kitchen. We're going to make pasta with ratatouille, and we're going to watch Ratatouille, the film, during dinner." And they did that, and they would talk about what they had made and how it compared to the food on the screen, and he would sometimes turn the sound off and they would have to guess what the actors were saying. And so he said, if you can't beat them, join them. He used technology to get conversation going. Yeah. And I think, there are a lot of ways that families can do that. Some families have a no-tolerance rule, and they say, check your gadgets at the door, and if anybody cheats, they have to do the dishes, but there are a lot of different ways, I think, to handle technology.
Yeah, I think another thing too, and you kind of brought it up in your answer there, is the time it takes to eat. I mean, a lot of people, like you said, scarf down a meal and they're gone in 5 minutes. At least in our house, dinner always took about an hour at the table, roughly, give or take. But that hour you knew was going to be there, you tend to just kind of relax more. If you know you're going to eat in 5 minutes and run out, something's missing there.
Right, and it's hard on the person who took the trouble to cook it to have it gone so quickly. But the average American meal is 22 minutes. So an hour, that's luxurious. And, families shouldn't feel bad if they have young kids and their kids stay at the table for 5 minutes. That's great. That's something you can build on. We're not about perfect here. You start with where your family is at, and if a family can gather once a week for Sunday night dinner, great. That might lead to another meal during the week, but if a family finds that that's what they can do and they look forward to it and it's memorable and everyone has a good time, that's terrific. So, I'm not about nostalgia here or, trying to recreate an era when there was a parent, usually a mother, home all day, able to cook. That ship has sailed. So we're really trying to get the most out of family dinner, recognizing that that things have changed. Most families have both parents working. Sometimes the parent is working multiple shifts. Sometimes dinner isn't possible at all, and then might be breakfast,
right,
or it might be a late night snack. So there are lots of ways to innovate and to be flexible and to improvise, so that the main ingredient isn't lost, which is the predictable time to connect and have fun and conversation.
Yeah, well, it's a great idea and a very interesting book. Like you said, 52 recipes as well, called Eat, Laugh, Talk, the Family Dinner Playbook. And we've been joined by Dr. Ann Fishel today. And Doctor, give out the website for your organization and how people can get the book.
Sure, thank you. The website is thefamilydinnerproject.org, and there are lots of great resources there. The book can be ordered on any online bookstore. It should be available in local bookstores as well, and through our publisher, Familius.
Great. Awesome.
And all the author proceeds go to community programs that we run through the Family Dinner Project.
Oh, great. Yeah, we'll put a link on our website as well. But, well, Doctor, a real pleasure talking to you. I wish we had a little more time, but maybe down the road we'll have an opportunity again. But thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. We've talked before, you and I.
I believe we have.
I wrote another book about family dinner, and you were kind enough to have me on for that.
I will check the archive. I'm not sure of the date, but I thought when the name came up that we had talked before. So good to talk to you again.
Yeah. You too.
Thanks,
Thank
Doctor.
you, Doug.
Bye now.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us today on Talk Across America. Please visit our website at dougmilesmedia.com for more great interviews and content. And if you're interested in any of the books we talk about on the program, please click the Amazon link on our website. It helps support the podcast. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again real soon here from beautiful Sarasota, Florida.
I'm Stan Brock. 30 years ago, I formed Remote Area Medical to help people overseas. But then we found generations of families in America isolated by poverty from the health care they need. Together, we can take dental, vision, and medical help to 1 million adults and their kids, right here at home in the United States of America.